you just got a raise, landed a new job, or finally paid off a heavy debt. For the first time, you have real disposable income sitting in your checking account. The immediate urge is to upgrade your daily life. It is incredibly tempting to shop for a brand new car, buy some designer clothes, or just default to ordering takeout every night because you can finally afford it. But spending that new money on instant upgrades acts as a trap. You continually pay to replace cheap goods, and soon your new income is completely absorbed by lifestyle creep. You're making more but have zero actual wealth to show for it. To prevent that, you need to strategically convert that upfront cash into asymmetric ROI assets. These are specific purchases that cost you money or effort once, but disproportionately pay you back in wealth, health, and earning power for years to come. This chart maps out exactly how to evaluate those decisions, plotting the upfront cost and effort on the horizontal axis against the actual lifetime return on investment on the vertical axis. By categorizing 10 very specific prerequisite purchases into 3 distinct groups, we can determine exactly where your very first dollar should go. The first category is hard financial compounders. These are mechanisms that literally turn time into liquid capital. The most effective tool here is a Roth IRA. If you are in your 20s and you max out your contribution at $7,500 a year and put that money strictly into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, this graph shows the exact mathematical outcome. That steady annual input curves exponentially upward over the next 4 decades. By age 65, you sit on roughly $1.94 million, and every single dollar of those gains is entirely tax-free. The trade-off is accessibility. You can withdraw your original contributions without a penalty, but the massive gains are locked up until retirement, and you have to stomach the short-term drops of the stock market without panic selling. Next is your vehicle. Instead of signing a loan for a brand new $35,000 car, you buy a 3 to 5-year-old reliable model like a Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic for around $20,000. Looking at this chart comparing a 6-year loan on both options, the math is undeniable. By letting the first owner take the initial depreciation hit, you save thousands on the sticker price, thousands more in loan interest, and you significantly lower your annual insurance premiums. You sacrifice the social status of driving a brand new car and the comfort of a factory warranty, but you retain massive amounts of your own capital. Then there is the baseline cashback credit card. By routing your normal living expenses through a standard rewards card, you easily capture a 1.5 to 2% return on money you are already going to spend anyway. These financial tools are highly effective, but they demand strict behavioral discipline. A credit card only generates a positive return if you pay it off in full every single month to avoid high-interest debt, just as an index fund only works if you leave it alone. The second category is human capital. These specific investments grow your capacity to generate income. Let's say you spend $500 on a recognized professional certificate in data analytics or project management. If that credential helps you land a role paying $10,000 more a year, you secure a massive, immediate return on a tiny upfront cost. A $30 personal finance book functions exactly the same way. Reading authors who map out financial literacy exposes blind spots in how you handle debt or evaluate investments, preventing mistakes that could cost you thousands in your 30s and 40s. This path requires an investment of your time. You trade your evening and weekend leisure for months of study, knowing that while a salary bump is a high-probability bet, it is still a bet. You also need to assess your physical workspace. Paying for an ergonomic chair, adding dual monitors, and a standing desk requires a high upfront cost. But if that setup yields even a 5 to 10% sustained increase in your daily workflow efficiency, it directly translates to better output. Investing in your skills and your environment raises your baseline earning potential. From that point on, every future raise, bonus, or career move compounds from a higher floor. The third major category is proactive health. These are purchases that act as structural insurance, protecting you from severe physical and financial stress down the road. Start with your kitchen. Spending $150 on a high-quality chef's knife and a solid nonstick pan gives you the basic infrastructure to cook at home, even though you have to accept the daily friction of grocery shopping and washing dishes. But by replacing a takeout habit with home-cooked meals, you reclaim roughly $15 per dinner. Doing that 3 to 4 times a week yields over $2,000 in annual savings. You also have to consider the hidden danger of the poor tax, especially with things you wear every day. Buying a cheap $40 pair of shoes that falls apart in 3 months means you spend more over a single year than if you bought one premium $150 pair that lasts. This table breaks down how that dynamic plays out. It contrasts the 5-year compounding costs of reactive choices, like treating a back injury, fast fashion, or burnout, against the upfront price of proactive choices, like a quality mattress, physical therapy, and routine mental health care. Psychologically, this is a very tough sell. It is hard to spend your money on invisible, preventative benefits when you could be buying a tangible lifestyle flex that your peers can actually see. But waiting until your body or mind forces you to react guarantees a massive, unavoidable price tag later. True optimization requires paying the premium upfront on your own terms. Wealth optimization succeeds when you stop reacting to expenses and begin treating every major purchase as a proactive investment. To figure out your exact first step, take a look at this scorecard broken down into 3 distinct viewer personas: the new earner, the budget-conscious, and the optimizer. If you are a new earner, your focus should strictly be on defense. You need to plug the holes in your budget first, prioritizing a reliable used car, a basic kitchen setup, and a solid financial literacy book. If you are the budget-conscious upgrader, your goal is to stop paying the replacement poor tax. Direct your cash toward items you buy for life, starting with a supportive mattress and premium everyday footwear. And if you are an optimizer with your basics already covered, deploy your capital strictly into scaling your existing infrastructure. Max out that Roth IRA, capture credit card points on your regular spend, and buy the certifications that raise your salary. Do not try to buy all 10 of these items at once. Attempting to overhaul your entire life in a single weekend will just drain your checking account and create unnecessary financial strain. Instead, identify the single area causing the highest friction in your life right now. Pay the upfront cost to solve it, and let that asymmetric return compound over the rest of your life.